Hello, welcome to Brickman Hour of Truth. I got a challenge for you people. Now, when I say you people, you'll know what I'm talking about. Right after I get done explaining what I'm saying here, my premise. Look, everybody likes to vote, everybody's got their own political views. And here's the thing, where do you get these political views from? That's the question. I'm going to get more into that. You see a politician on the news and you think, dirty politicians, man. They all say the same damn thing. They make promises and they never live up to them. And they expect to get our votes. And then once they get our votes, all they do is just talk about what they're going to do, how they're going to change the world. 2 years later, you're stuck with the outcome of what you voted for. And typically, it's not what you saw coming when actually the reason why you didn't get what you wanted out of the person you elected was because you didn't do your due diligence. You know, you only watch what's on TV. You hear somebody say this, that, or another about your favorite politician, and you kind of like, yeah, I like that, or no, I don't like that, or no, I don't like that at all. And how's that help me? How's that help my people? How's that help the progression of society? How does that does do anything to put money in my pocket or protect my home or protect my interests? And well, that all starts at the local level. I'm going to start getting into this now. You start at the local level. I have a saying. I like this saying. Think global, act local. Okay. You think about all the wrongs in the world, all the things you want righted. Well, that starts by electing local officials to the offices that you want them appointed to. Councilman, mayor, you know, lieutenant governor, governor, and on up the food chain. The problem is that you don't do your due diligence. You take a look at them face value. So and so is running for this on this board, and so is running for this on that one, and you don't dig into them. You know, you have blinders on to what these people, who they truly are, and what they represent. Are they going to have your best interests at heart? You, the people. That read your Constitution. You know, read the Bill of Rights. Read the articles. You need to understand all these things and do your due diligence. You need to find out what this person's like. Do they go to church? What church do they go to? Is it your favorite kind of religion that they're into? You know, what did they do in their local office before they went up to be voted on an office that they're trying to get into? Did they come from a council? Were they a councilman? Were they something, and now they're trying to run for mayor? Is this mayor now trying to run for any kind of other government? You need to think about where they came from. You know, Even myself, if I was to run for a local office, I would have to expect people to do their due diligence. But more importantly, I would want them to be blind about my past, and vote for me blindlessly, because then that means you are uneducated. You really don't know what you're talking about. And when it comes to somebody bringing up an issue about your local politician that you like and you take offense to it, you shouldn't. You shouldn't, because their concern comes from somewhere. And if their concern comes from ignorance, all the better. But you need to do your due diligence. You need to find out who you like and why you like them. What did they do when they were in a local office? Did they promote something in the community? Did they do good in their community? What did they vote for? How did they vote? How many times did they vote on things while they were in that local capacity? All right, let's go on up to the federal government level now. Somebody's running for president. Do you actually know this person? No. Most of the time, people don't handshake people they're promoting in office, because most of the time we're the little people. Yeah, we're the little people sitting on the local level, looking at the national level. And we're saying, oh, okay, this guy looks good, this guy looks all right. And where do you get that information fundamentally? Is it from someone else? Or are you just listening to the media? You know, here's the thing, if you don't do your due diligence, you get exactly what you vote for. Exactly. Because of the fact, is this person a racist? Is this person good in the community? Is this person promoting something positive? You know, where do they come from? Do they even have the mental capacity to fulfill that office? You get exactly what you vote for. And if you don't vote, you're just as dumb. You're just as dumb. You sit there and you think, well, my vote don't count. Well, in a matter of sense, you're correct. Because what a lot of people don't understand is that the Electoral College, they're the ones that actually vote for a president. And they do it off the basis of our votes. At least they're supposed to. Our votes indicate at the national level who we want in office. But it's ultimately up to the Electoral College. Do you know anything about your Electoral College? How are they made up? Where do they come from? Are these invisible people? Is this a secret society? No, they're not. These are representatives, senators, congressmen, anybody who's put in that position to have that vote for you. Here we go again. Think global, act local. You know, think about who you put in those local offices. Those are the ones who are going to be voting for you in the capacity of when it's up to them to vote and not you. Here's another thing that's really finicky. A friend of mine asked me last week, actually, who are the Electoral College? Where do they come from? And how is it that they get to decide who gets to be the next president? And more effectually, what if nobody voted? Who elects a president? What if there was just a whole year when no one voted at all for any of these offices and who was supposed to go into them? Well, I'm talking about the federal level, in case I lost some of you. The Electoral College, they're the ones that vote. They have the power. A lot of people have been talking about getting rid of the Electoral College. Well, that can be a discussion, but not for this moment. Here's the thing. If nobody voted in the next presidential election, no one, if there were no votes at all, how does a president get elected? Well, you answered the question, the Electoral College. Yeah. If no one voted, the Electoral College would be the ones that would put somebody in office. Do you have a stance on that? Well, for those of you who ain't paying attention, if you don't vote, then your vote don't matter. But it does the Electoral College. They're the ones that puts them in office, whether you vote or not. So get that through your head really quick. It's been the idea for a long time. Well, if nobody voted, the world would be chaotic and this, that, and another, and we'd finally have some kind of revolution in our country. No, it wouldn't change a damn thing. Electoral College would put them in office. They would vote for them, they would become elected, and they'd be put in there. Yeah, it's that serious. They're not going to let a country fall because you don't want to vote. And now you ask again, well, how does my vote matter? Well, it does matter as long as you have responsible electors in office to go ahead and represent you the way you see fit. But the thing is there's millions and millions of people in this country. Millions and millions. Again, you figure, well, how does my vote count? Well, every vote counts. It does. Especially if you have responsible electors in office. Again, you got to start at the local level. Put people in office that think best represent you. I'm not talking about color. I'm not talking about race at this moment. And if you are thinking about race, then you're ignorant. You're really freaking ignorant. Now, let's get back to the task. The thing is that I challenge you people. I challenge all of you. But since race came up, let me challenge race baiters. Let me challenge the people who say they're not racist, but emulate the whole race bait situation. Yeah, you've got religious leaders that are pure racists. Just listen to their ideology when they open their mouth. You can hear it. It just comes right out. You got to read between the lines sometimes. You got to be smart, people. You got to really be smart. These are not the people you want in office. They're not. Okay, enough about that. Okay, so how do we get people in office that best represent us? Again, think global, act local. You want the betterment of the world, you put in people that are best for that, suited for that office. The best people suited for that office. The office should be colorblind. So again, all you race baiters and all you people who think that you're not racist and everything, you need to listen up. All you racists out there, you need to get rid of that mentality. Totally, right off the bat. Get rid of it. You know? And if you think I'm being racist about that, I'm not. I'm being practical. I'm being honest. How are you supposed to change a world if you're a racist? It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. It's just gonna get worse. And that's why we're at where we're at today. Think about what's happening in society today. Think about what's happening 10 years from now, based off of what's in society today. Yeah, think, people. Here's a challenge I make to you. Think about who's in office right now. President of the United States, Vice President. You voted for these people. Did you really get what you wanted? Are you really happy about that decision? What about the last president? Did you really get what you wanted? Did you really make the best decision? Or did you vote because you were told to do that? Did you vote that way because somebody told you something about something they did or said or whatever? Did they hurt your feelings? You know what? Your feelings got nothing to do with the task at hand. Nothing. It's about electing the best representative to the office. Eliminate race, all that shit. Think about their deeds. No, you say eliminate race? Why would I do that? Because they're probably racist. Okay. Still want to go that direction, huh? Okay. You talk about how racist our society is. Race baiters keep that going. They make money off of you being a racist. They really do. They make money. Why? How is that possible? Because you contribute to the racists. They come on there and they tell you, hey, look, you do this way because this guy is racist. He did that. He said that. Well, check the facts. Did this person actually say these things? Or is that some kind of insinuation that was taken out of context or something? Come on, people. All of you are intelligent. But man, y'all can be stupid at the same time. Think about it. Think about everything I said. I challenge you. Here we go. Let's take our last president, for example. Donald Trump. Okay. A lot of you say he was racist. That's the first thing you say. Why do you say that? Was that something repeated into your ear and you felt like it had to come out of your mouth the same way? There was no process there. There was no thinking process going on. Somebody said something and you were like, oh, yeah, he's a racist. Yeah, he's racist. Okay, yeah, my best friend's friend told me that. I'm like, really? You actually believe everything you hear. No wonder you can be dumb. You actually believe everything you see on TV. You really must be dumb. Look, if you don't do your research, if you do not really find out what's true and what's not true, then you're just as dumb as the people spouting all that crap. Here's my challenge. Go back or focus on this president, whatever. Find out everything positive they did. Fact check it. Make sure it's true. Make sure that what the information you get is coming from more than one source. Make sure it's verified before anything comes out your mouth. Think about everything. Like, okay, Donald Trump. We have a history of Donald Trump, okay? He's in the news right now. Okay, forget why he's in the news right now. Let's not focus on that. And you're saying, oh, you're trying to trick us into something. You're trying to get away from something. No, not. Let's look at his track record, okay? What he did when he was in office. This is the challenge. I challenge you to find any situation that he has said that a person is a racist. No, that he himself is a racist by anything he said, okay? That is the challenge. That is the challenge, that he said racist remarks, okay? Now, here's another part of the challenge. I want to challenge you to go back and look at all of his achievements. Fact check them, verify them, and then think about, does that change your point of view of Donald Trump? Okay. That being said, there's other things you may not like about him, like the things he said. Has he said lies? Well, every politician says lies, okay? Everybody does it. You say lies. You may sit there, oh, no, I never lie. You do. You do. Don't even try that crap. Here's another thing. When it comes to that lying shit, it comes out. It bites you in the ass, okay? But did he offend you in saying some of the things he said? Well, I guess so. Look at the man's age. He's lived a long life. He's confronted people in business. He has a no-nonsense attitude. He will tell you exactly what's on his mind. And that's the kind of honesty you need. You don't need a politician with sponsors up his ass using him like a puppeteer. That's the thing about Donald Trump. He didn't have any sponsors. None. He had his own money. He didn't need the backing of the people to get in his office when it came to money. His finances were correct, when it came to running for the office. Did he collect any money while he was in office? I don't know. That's not something that's my responsibility at the moment. That's for you to find out. You want to find out if you have a good candidate representing you, and that person is wanting to get into the most powerful office in the country? Fact check them. Find out about them. Investigate. There was a time in this country when the children were in school, they were told and they were forced to fact check everything, to verify everything. Do they do that now? I don't know. I'm not in school, but I do know what the schools are producing. I'm not happy with that. Do the same thing with any other president. Fact check. More importantly, do it for the people who are getting ready to represent you. You just voted for somebody. Do you even know why? Was it just one bill that you thought, oh, well, this person's taking an issue on something I feel really strongly about, so I'm going to vote for them? Why? They may have a history of terrible shit. Then again, it may have been a bipartisan bill that they were trying to vote on just to get votes. Think about this kind of shit, Fact check people. Fact check them. And when you're done fact checking, keep on fact checking. Because you want the best representative in your office. Don't you? Okay. Now, let's go back to the racism shit for a minute. Let's talk about diversity. Diversity, overall, is a good thing, but still again, you only want the best people in office that represent you, your ideals, and what's in your future. That's what you want, right? You want somebody who represents you. Like being in a courtroom, you want the best lawyer you can get. If you're going to get a diversity lawyer, somebody who's not representing you, but only representing the interests of maybe just the money that they're getting at the moment, then you got the wrong lawyer. You got the wrong lawyer if they're only representing money. You want somebody who's going to represent you, your best interests. Think of it that way. Because this is the kind of person you're putting in office. If this person is only there because the money you're giving them, they're not vested in you, they're not going to put up the best defense they can for you. They're only going to put up the amount of money of investment in you. That's it. Whatever you pay them, that's how much they're going to invest in you. That's it. They're not going to get beyond that. They're there for a check whether you go to jail or not. You need somebody who actually is going to represent you, do the best that they can. I'm looking forward to your comments. I'm looking forward to talking to you about your comments. And I'll vote for whoever has my interest. Diversity is good, but it's not always the right thing to do. It's not. Think about it. You go into the hospital, you need a surgery. Okay. Doesn't matter what surgery it is. Do you want the best doctor working on you, or only the one you can afford? There's a difference there. And then a lot of times you say, well, I got to stick with whoever's there. Well, that's also your choice too. You're in an emergency. You're stuck with whoever you can get. At the end of the day, when it's over with, if you're dead and the operation was simple and this could have been prevented to keep you from dying and you died anyway, what kind of doctor did you have? Did you have the best? Well, then if you had the best, you'd either be living or you died for a very good reason. It was beyond anyone's scope of repairing you, right? You went in there, you got a C+ doctor. Let's say you're having a heart attack. They give you the wrong medication, or they didn't give you enough attention, or they got to you too late, or something like that. Well, you got what you paid for. I'm sorry to say, that could happen to me too. I could have a heart attack right now. They come out and find me. Oh, yeah, here comes the ambulance. I go to the hospital, and then I got a C+ student working on me. Hey, ain't nothing I can say about it. I'm out of it, and I'm subject to this whole situation. Whatever happens, happens. Let me tell you, people, you don't like who's in office? And wait 4 years. You'll figure it out. Peace.